Right, so back to this journey of a millennial thing. So, another idea that I've had, and it comes from basically my own struggle, where I have all these ideas that I really want to make happen, but sometimes I don't have the time to work on one of them, or alternately, I don't have a skill that I would need, and I don't feel like putting the life energy into getting that skill. When I was working on the idea of increasing youth voter turnout through our website Vote Party, the idea being millennials like to party, so how about we party about voting? Anyway, when I was working on that, a lot of its success, whatever success it had, it was a small part of a larger movement to get youth voting, but whatever success it had was in large part due to people who were willing to give their time in exchange for no money, but in exchange for getting skills from doing stuff. And those people were obviously hugely instrumental. Meanwhile, for me, someone who had this idea but didn't have the time or some of the skills necessary to make it happen, having those people basically allowed Vote Party to be more of a thing. And this got me thinking, there are probably so many people out there with ideas that they want to make happen but maybe don't have the time or the skills. One of those people is me, and I have a lot of ideas that I want to make happen and don't necessarily have the time or the skills. There are also probably a lot of people out there who maybe want to work on something that's not part of their 9 to 5 and are willing to put time and energy into that in exchange for learning those skills. Or to invest time instead of money into a small business that might open. Like a guy who does roofing for a living, but, wants to work on his marketing, wants to get marketing experience. Or a girl who, makes stained glass, but could really use a business person. And then maybe there's a business person who, wants to get some business and admin experience, is looking for a cool idea to work on with someone. If we can connect that guy with stained glass girl, then boom, we now have a real thing. We now have a real project that is happening. So what I want to do is create a website, and at this point we're working with a name, indypassionproject.com, where basically people can post projects, or people can post experience they'd be interested in getting. So if you post a project, you can then cruise through who has posted what kind of experience they want and be like, oh, maybe I'll contact Sally Brown because she wants survey experience and I really want to create a survey. Or maybe, you post experience that you're looking for, and then you can cruise the projects and be like, oh man, this guy wants to have a landscaping business that focuses on ivy and trellises and green building. I'm more on the business side, but I really like that idea. Maybe I'll contact them. And it's bringing these people together so that projects will actually happen. Currently it's in the survey phase, where I'm building a survey about, getting people to give us information on what gets them going, what strikes their fancy and fires their passion, or what our website needs to have. Eventually it would be great to have it be like a Facebook for people who are project-oriented, where people are posting useful resources and ideas that they have but don't have time to be the one working on. Here, anyone want this idea? Ask me, I had some thoughts about it. And eventually have a sort of a social and community aspect to it. But the initial minimum viable product is basically just a website where people post ideas, people post experience they want, and we bring them together. So that's indypassionproject.com. As always, if anyone hears an idea that I say and is like, I want to get into that, let me know, talk to me. But we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping that it'll make some projects happen, some even art projects, maybe some businesses, maybe even some movements, and that it'll really bring people together to make the world a better and more productive place.